Hello, I'm FX Toycat, and Minecraft 1.17 has entirely rearranged the underground, which sounds like a bold claim given the update only added one brand new type of cave. However, if I show you the exact same seed in 1.16 and then this exact same ravine after 1.17, you can see all of the ores have moved around, they're different, there's of course new copper there, everything is very different because Minecraft 1.17 changed a lot of things. In fact, more substantially than just rearranging everything, it seems to have substantially dropped the amount of diamonds that you can find, as well as accidentally providing free ores that should have never existed in survival. And in today's video, I want to teach you how you can find every single ore, not just diamond, not just the brand new copper, but also the brand new Deepslate variants, which are of course things you're going to want to get your hands on, and every single ore in between. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy this video where we talk about and explain all of that. If you do enjoy the big deep dives into Minecraft's technical side, then please do subscribe so you can see more 1.17 and 1.18 videos. With that said though, let's talk about diamonds, because diamonds do seem to be substantially rarer in this update. I mean, for example, take this patch of diamonds right here. As you can see, there are 3 of them, which is nice enough. It's on the low end. But if we take a peek at this exact same seed, but with 1.16 generation, by the way, this is Minecraft, but minus all of the stone, so you can see there's substantially fewer blocks prior to 1.16 that aren't stone than before. But if we look at this exact same vein of diamonds, or a diamond vein that's in the same area, there are 8 diamonds instead of 3. But that's a one-off coincidence. I think looking at outliers is a bad way to decide things, but let's also take a look at this exact same area that we've removed stone from, and you can see how there's not just one vein of diamonds, there's not just 2 veins of diamonds, there's not just a 3rd vein of diamonds over here, and what is that over there? A 4th and a 5th. There's also a wandering trader. What are you doing down here, friend? There's also a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and even crazier than that, if you, by the way, look how close down to the bedrock this one is, but even crazier than that, you'll also find that there's a 7th over here. Oh, there's also an 8th hiding under the gravel, and then there's a 9th just over here. I'm sure there's more under that gravel if we remove it, but that's a lot of gravel. I don't want to even look at that any longer. It's making me sick. So 9 veins of diamonds in 1.16. When you take a peek at the same area in Minecraft 1.17, it's not that just like, oh yeah, well there's like 7 or 8. It is that there is 1, there is 2, and then there is 3. If you can even call this a vein of diamonds, it's genuinely 1 diamond. I guess the rest were overwritten by the redstone over here, but that is 3 veins of diamond, which all average very low. And this is backed up by real world experience. I've had so many people ask, are diamond spawns lower in 1.17? And there's no official reason why they should be. Ore generation shouldn't change in this update, and yet the data, the experience, and the data, I should say, doesn't back that up. I tried to prove this wrong in as many ways as I could, and every single time, all I found is that there are substantially fewer diamonds, and also, for whatever reason, they seem to generate in smaller veins. We have smaller veins of diamonds that generate less frequently, and so as a result, the diamond rates you can expect to find in your Minecraft 1.17 worlds has dropped dramatically. The reasons for this are really interesting to talk about. I would have guessed that it was because like, oh, Deepslate or Tough are replacing them, but you know, ore blocks will always replace Deepslate. That's how you get Deepslate ores, in case you're curious. And so yeah, why are there so few diamonds? I don't know. I would guess a bug, or there is some 1.18 code that's sitting in the game early, because diamond spawn rates would be this low after 1.18 comes out, if you could go down below Bedrock. I mean, now in creative you can go below Bedrock, but you're not finding any diamonds down here. So long story short, I believe they have accidentally implemented 1.18 a little bit early, and so one of the upsides of 1.18 not being implemented early in the rest of the game is that you can find free ores you shouldn't be able to. Deepslate coal, Deepslate emerald, and Deepslate copper. I'll talk about the rarities of those in a minute, but for now, let's talk about how should you find diamonds with this dire situation, because not everyone has diamonds. You might start a brand new world and really desperately want some, and in that case, well, that'll teach you not to stick with your long-term worlds like I want you to, but more seriously, let's teach you how to mine diamonds in 1.17. So there's this revolutionary idea that's never been done before 1.17, but it's crazy. Wait till you hear it out. You mine in a straight line, and then you mine branches off that. It's called branch mining. Sometimes it's called strip mining, but it's not. I don't think it's necessarily that unless you're taking off clothes as you're doing it. But in either case, you know, branch mining is still the ideal strategy. Hate to break it to you, if you don't know about it already, you might be pleased to know that there's a slightly more efficient branch mining strategy that's been found in the days since, you know, the betas of Minecraft, and that is to get some water, swim in the water, and then you can actually go for a 1x1 block. and if you start swimming into a block, even when the water goes away, you can still keep swimming. Obviously, crouching is better, you can crawl on Java more effectively than you can swim on Bedrock, but fun fact, you can mine in a 1x1 circle, and as soon as the water goes away, because right now it's very annoying, right? And as soon as the water goes away, you can still stay swimming in that area. It's actually really weird. Crawling seems to have broken a little bit in this update as well. We won't talk about that too much, but you can swim in 1x1 areas, and this is the fastest way to find diamonds, and still the best way seems to be to mine somewhere between about layer 5 and 12. The optimum strategy is about layer 11. That doesn't work perfectly anymore. Obviously, wherever you want to mine is up to you, but you will expect fewer diamonds no matter what. I would recommend mine at layer 11, not layer 8, and maybe you'll find some diamonds. Maybe you won't. Who knows for sure, though? It's a crazy world out here with Minecraft 1.17. So, how do you find the other ores? It must be a different strategy there. And no, all of the mining techniques that will make it different to mine redstone to everything else will be coming in 1.18. So for now, all you need to know is what layer to mine at for various things. Again, it's 5 to 12 for diamonds, optimizing about a layer 11. For iron, it's anywhere between layer 5 and layer 54. For lapis lazuli, it's anywhere between about layer 13 and layer 17. For gold, it can be found between layer 5 and 29. For redstone, it can be found between layers 5 and 12. For emeralds, between layers 5 and 29. And for coal, it's 5 to 52. Basically, if you mine between layers 5 and layer 16, you can find all of the ores. You've got better odds of finding the coal and iron the higher up you go. As you can see looking at this distribution, you'll find a few coals and a few irons low down, but the most of them are going to be up there, kind of isolated. Same with copper. It generates much more frequently up above than it does lower down. This will be changing in the future, but for now, keep that in mind. But what if you want to find the Deepslate variants? There is now a Deepslate variant of every single ore that's slightly harder to mine. By the way, you have to use a Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up any ore with Deepslate. If you want to mine it like this, you get raw ores, and that's kind of a waste of a kind of nice looking block. So mine it with Silk Touch if you want the block itself, and you can get some Deepslate iron, for example, in case you're curious about how you actually get these. Basically, if there is Deepslate or Tough where a ore should generate, the ore will replace the Deepslate or the Tough with a Deepslate version of itself. So this is Deepslate Iron, found very easily. The one that is most common in my experience is Deepslate Redstone. So here is some redstone, and I bet that one of these blocks is in the Deepslate. Oh, it's actually not. So here is some redstone, and I bet there is some of it. There we go. Deepslate Redstone, gotten. The way it works for diamonds is you should find it down there, although again, I think there's probably a bug in the current version where, for whatever reason, diamonds are not replacing Deepslate. And again, diamond generation is either very bugged or accidentally fast forward, which I would argue is also a bug. So for diamonds, you just gotta hope and you gotta pray that it generates in some Deepslate. I haven't seen any yet, and I've not seen anyone naturally get that yet. However, if you want to find gold, it's the same thing. Basically, right now, Deepslate is found between layers 0 and 16. Same with Tough. And the reason this is so interesting is because it's meant to generate below Y0. Below Y0, after the update 1.18 comes out, you will no longer be able to find any emeralds down there, you won't find any copper down there, and you won't find any coal down there. This means that Deepslate Emerald, Deepslate Copper, and Deepslate Coal were only added to the game as creative blocks if you were making a map or something. However, because in 1.17, they split the update kind of last minute, and as a result, they decided they wanted to put Deepslate in the game. How to make it generate? Make it generate between layer 0 and 16. This is where every single ore generates. If you look at those same numbers again, you'll notice that it's true, and so 3 blocks that shouldn't be possible. Deepslate Copper is right over here. Very easy to find. You're not going to have any challenges with this. 3 blocks that shouldn't be possible are going to be possible between 1.17 and 1.18. So there's, the most likely possibility is in 1.18. You no longer find these blocks. It's a rare block that exists between 1.17 and 18. I would say it's likely they either patch this out soon, in like a 1.17.1 style release, or that they decide to make it more permanent because people like them enough. I don't know which way it's going to go, but if you want to cover yourself in case they make this a creative-only block again, you want to have a rare creative-only block, but validly in survival, find some Deepslate, and then if you do so, you might just find some, oh look at that, Deepslate Copper over here, again, very nice. You might just find yourself some lovely Deepslate versions of all of the blocks, just mine between layer 0 and layer 16. What if you want to find Deepslate Emerald, however? This is the rarest of the 3 Deepslate blocks that shouldn't exist. It's very hard to find. I mined for 2.5 hours yesterday and I found one of these, but let me show you how you find this. In case you think I'm exaggerating about how rare Deepslate Emerald is, bear in mind it's the first ore we've had in Minecraft that requires 3 conditions be met for it to spawn. You need to be underneath a mountain biome, obviously. You need to be between the correct layers, between about 5 and 29, obviously. And then you also need to be within a Deepslate blob. So you have to be at 5 to 16 in reality for the Deepslate. And then Deepslate has to spawn where Emerald Ore would otherwise be, and you have to be under a mountain. Look how many Emerald Ore blocks I can find under here. Emerald Ore, Emerald Ore. Is that another Emerald Ore? That is another Emerald Ore. This one's right next to Deepslate. Is there another one right next to Deepslate? There's so many. I looked around this entire area just seeing if there was any Deepslate Emerald, and honestly, I spent so long looking, I concluded it might not be possible, and so I went mining in survival for 2.5 hours. I found one of them, and that was all I had to test my point. By the way, I also found very few diamonds down here, kind of backing up that it's very rare. Also, they keep on generating next to Deepslate, but not in it. It seemed very suspicious. Am I ever going to find Deepslate diamonds? Who knows for sure. But yeah, long story short, Deepslate Emerald is very, very, very rare. It's so rare, in fact, that I found an amethyst geode before I found a single Deepslate emerald in creative. This is you know, it's a crazy world. So just keep that in mind, that if you want to find some Deepslate emeralds, which is a rare block you might not be able to get in a few weeks or months' time, then you're going to need to do better than you're doing right now. You know, up your game is what I'm saying. And do a lot of mining between layers 5 and 16 in a mountain biome. And when you see a Deepslate blob, start mining into it. You never know what you're going to find on the inside. Anyway, so I hope you'll enjoy this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it taught you how to find every single ore in Minecraft. Again, after 1.18, the strategies change. Branch mining is no longer the most effective technique, but right now, sadly, or maybe not sadly if you like it, the thing you gotta do is you go forwards, and then you go like this. Oh, also, maybe interestingly to you, they've confirmed that after 1.18, branch mining will still work. It's just not always the most effective tactic, you know? They want to make it sure that if you just want to branch mine, you can do this forever. So you know what? Maybe don't ever watch another video again. Just know that you can branch mine from now to the end of time, and no one can tell you what you can and cannot do, because this is Minecraft. And also, let me know if you find a Deepslate diamond, because I've yet to find one survival or creative. And that's sad, because, you know, it's weird. The 3 blocks that shouldn't exist do exist, but the one that does... See, look at this. What is this diamond ore doing by itself? And then surrounded by andesite. There's so many weird bugs of diamonds, it seems. I don't know what's causing them, but just know, no diamonds right now. And really, you know what, this is me being proven right. That, like, you know, maybe you shouldn't start a new Minecraft world every update. You never know what bugs are going to ruin your progression up the tech tree. Look at that, there's an axolotl saying goodbye, and that he hopes you enjoyed the video, and then you subscribe if you want to see more of these. And if you really liked it, then like the video, and type a comment. Just put some random words down there that make a vaguely coherent sentence to help with the algorithm, in case that's a real thing. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see... Ooh, 2 veins near each other, 2 diamonds here, plus a diamond there. I'm so rich. But yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the video, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye.